thanks for joining me today. In this video I'm going to be continuing the flip through of my planners. I was meant to film this video in May, so it's just a little bit late, and I did think about skipping my flip throughs of March and April altogether, but I made a promise to myself at the start of the year that I would make sure I got these videos done, because I completely failed to do that last year. And I do really like to look back on my planner spreads and show you how they looked after the pen. I know I've had quite a few new subscribers lately, so some, if not all of these spreads may be new to you, and for that reason you may enjoy seeing them. If you're new to my channel, I've been using a Happy Planner since 2018, and I currently have 3 planners on the go. This is my Skinny Classic, which I use for my parents. This one is my social media planner, which is a monthly layout, and I've just changed the cover and the discs. And this one is my classic vertical Happy Planner. You probably won't remember from the last video, but I did start 2023 in the Wild Style planner that I'd redated, but then in April I got hold of this seasonal planner, so I made the switch. Hopefully this video will give you some tips about how to decorate your planners and what to write in them. So let's get started with my social media planner. I've been using this monthly layout for my social media small business planner for over a year now. I really like the monthly Happy Planner layout because it's very versatile. The cover and discs are from an old classic vertical Happy Planner called Planner Babe, and they're probably one of my favourite covers and discs ever. But inside I have the pages of the undated homebody. At the front of the planner I use daily sheets. I don't use them every day. They're ones that I've made myself, so I have space to write what I want to put on Instagram, YouTube or Facebook. I have a long to-do list, and then I have this area for scheduling where I can write my own times in. You can see that I don't decorate this at all. It's very rough. I've even done some scribbling and trying out some pen colours at the bottom. So let's start at March because I've already done January and February. I don't use the monthly layout at all in this planner. I could use it for my YouTube filming schedule or for Instagram, but I tend to use my phone for that, and I find that works, so that's what I'm sticking with. I do, however, use the main pages here, and this was my March spread. I used Crafty Babe from Live Love Posh. Really love this spread. Something I've been doing this year is making sure that I'm using my favourite stickers from a sticker book rather than hoarding them. And these were my favourites from that book. Really love the bright colours. There are videos for all my social media spreads, so if you're interested you could check those out. I set it up the same way every month. I list my YouTube videos here. I have an area for statistics, and then I use 3 colours for the 3 different areas. Have some boxes here, some goals here, and then these are listings for my card shop on Folksy. I don't do a lot of decoration, just down here, and I usually add a quote at the bottom and more decoration here at the top. I don't have to decorate it, but I really enjoy doing it, and it makes it more fun to fill in. Onto the daily pages. In March I was using these not as a section a day. Instead I was using them a section per YouTube video with all the steps that I needed to do till that video was published and up for everyone to see. It was very repetitive, but I got in quite a rhythm of doing it and found it useful at the time. But one thing I do find about planning is that you do change and evolve and try new things, and I think it's in April that I changed how I use these pages, but we'll see. There's also a note page at the back, and I just tend to write things about my card shop there. So let's look at April. This time I used stickers from Planything. I think it was Seasonal Houses and Trees in Amsterdam. I am an affiliate for Planything, so if you're interested in checking out Amber's website, there will be an affiliate link in the description along with my discount code. Just really cute houses and trees for making little scenes. So yes, it was April that I changed how I use these pages. I decided to give it a go using them as a section a day. and I colour coded YouTube, Instagram and Folksy, and then listed my to-dos for every day. This is how I'm currently using these pages, but I have to say I tend to start off quite well at the beginning of the month, but I have not yet got into a really good habit of doing this every day. I've just started my new Nordic Brights planner and I've already got lots of blank sections. So again, it's something I may review and change in the future. We'll have to see. Now let's look at my Skinny Classic. This one, as I say, I use for my parents. They're in their 80s and have lots of appointments and medication to keep track of. And I find it's working really well to have this separate planner for them so that I can use it to refer back to, because things can get a little bit lost in the pages of my classic Happy Planner, as you'll see. Let's go to March. I don't use this section at all, and I just jot a few things down on this monthly page. And at the beginning of the month I did a Planything spread. Obviously I'd probably just got this book and I was keen to use it. I don't always have a lot to write. Some weeks are busier than others, so I tend to either put a box on a day or bullet points. And what I love about this planner is it is quite quick to decorate. There won't be many Plan With Me videos for these spreads. I tend to just do maybe 1 or 2 a month. And that's another thing I like. I can just snuggle up in a chair with my sticker books and plan rather than filming a video. Next we have a Squad Girl spread. It was my birthday week, so I thought I would use this girl with the cake and the balloon. And I added the balloon here with these girls that were walking. Squad Girls have always been a favourite of mine. They were one of the first sticker books I got and what got me into decorative planning in the first place. I was so excited when I saw the Squad Goals sticker book, the very first one. And I had some birthday washi that I used at the top and bottom as well. This wasn't really a favourite of mine. I don't know why, but for my birthday week spread, I never seemed to like it as much as other spreads. I put a lot of pressure on myself to use my favourite stickers or do something really special, but it never seems to turn out quite as nice as I would like. You can see on Wednesday I did have bullet points, but obviously it had nothing to write. So if that happens, I just write in big writing. So we had some snow the day before my birthday, and I've just filled up that box because I don't like having blank space left in my planner. I don't mind white space, but I don't like gaps. And if I hadn't written anything on that day, it just would have stood out. The next spread was for St. Patrick's Day. I was very much into Planything's grid washi at the time and thought I would try out this idea of layering some stickers on top of it. I think this was quite a quick spread, nothing special about it. One of the things I was still doing at this time was trying to use 2 different colour pens, one for my mum, one for my dad, so that when I'm flipping through it trying to find things, it might make it easier. But I have kind of stopped doing that now. There's generally not a lot of writing on the page, so if I do need to find out something, it's not too hard. Next we have Happy Planner stickers. These are from the Mega Seasonal sticker book. I found that sticker book quite useful. This is a very basic spread. Use my favourite Doodlebug scallop washi and just a couple of decorative stickers with just a few boxes. Again, you can see I had this top 3 box here and I probably couldn't think of what to write in it, and I'd spent most of the day watching Boris give evidence, Boris Johnson, our Prime Minister, give evidence to the Parliamentary Committee about his behaviour during the pandemic. So I've just written his name in the box because that's all I seemed to do that day, just watch Boris on the telly. And one more for March is Live Love Posh. I think this was my favourite spread for March. Really love Live Love Posh stickers. I use the washi strips again with the layered boxes. I often make these spreads very balanced and have things in alternate boxes. Just some really cute stickers, and I really like that one. I don't think March was a great month for me with my planning. I do find it goes like that. Sometimes you have months where you're feeling really inspired and you love all your spreads, and others not so much. Let's go on to April. This one, I remember I was in a hurry. I wanted to do something really quick and I grabbed another of Jessica's books. I was trying to make sure I used some of the spring sticker books that I hadn't used last year. And if I remember rightly, I added the decoration and boxes and it looked a little bit plain. So then I added this grid washi, but it still didn't look quite right. So I just put this little strip of plain washi in the middle and I really like how that brought that to life a little bit more. I did a little reel where I showed the spread just with the decor, then with the grid washi, and then finally with this little pop of colour, and you can really see a difference in how the spread progressed. Again, not one of my favourites, but I do like to try new things, and this layering of washi is definitely something that I will repeat. This one, another one I'm not that keen on, still obsessing over the Planything washi and just trying using 2 strips instead of 1, and the Doodlebug washi, and these stickers were from the Planything seasonal sticker book. This one I did love. I had just started being a rep for Caitlin Plans, who has a sticker shop on Etsy, and we get to choose some stickers to show in our spreads, and these were my favourites from the April collection. Really love these umbrellas and rain, and I just paired them with this script washi, which is one of my favourites, and a few boxes. This was a really pretty spread. Another Planything spread. I do remember this one being a really quick one. Lots of boxes, just a few houses, bullet points and some washi at the top and bottom. I think I'd made my pen swatch chart by this point, and so you can see I used the lilac pen to match up with the lilac here and green to match up with the green in the spread. And that's it for April, so I must have still been using the 2 colours, but as I say, that's something I haven't carried on doing in recent spreads. I do have a Skinny Classic playlist, just in case you want to check out any of the Plan With Me's. Now let's get on to my favourite planner. The Classic Vertical is my favourite layout to decorate. Let's find March. So this is my currently page for March. I really love making currently pages. And as it was my birthday month, I decided to choose my favourite Disney princess, which is Mulan. And I really like what I did here using this washi as a border. And I paired it with my favourite florals from Happy Blooms, quite an old Happy Planner sticker book. And I was really happy with this page. Normally I do a task page to go with my currently page, but this month, for whatever reason, I didn't get around to it. I don't use the monthly pages. And this was my first spread in March, which was using Colourful Leopard and I think Wild Plans. I remember this took a long time to do, but I absolutely love how it turned out, and this quote looked really good on top of it. I was really happy with this. I didn't add a lot more decoration to it, just a couple of these animals and a couple of quotes, and left the rest for function. And something I also did in this spread was to decorate the dates, which is something I've been doing a lot more of this year rather than just leaving them as they are. I really like that extra touch. Generally, I do prefer my spreads before the pen, and that was definitely the case with this one. When I'm filling in my planner, I try to use different fonts and things like bold writing, and sometimes I write in different directions. Sometimes I colour in my letters, and usually I do use colour pens, but this one, for whatever reason, I think probably because of the black and white animals, I decided to do it in black ink. Again, my birthday week, so I chose Mulan and I went with the cartoon version rather than the sketched version. I had been waiting for what seemed like forever to do a Mulan spread and pair her with these beautiful florals, and then I remember when I came to do it, I wasn't really liking how it looked. So as I said earlier, I was a little bit disappointed. I like it, but I don't love it. This is an example of what I normally do with my colour pens. I tried to match the colours from Mulan's clothes and use those in the writing as well as black ink. This one I didn't like at all. I'd seen lots of people doing this where the stickers go up over the page, and it was something I had never tried before. So I thought, as I had so many of these shamrocks, I would give it a go. And I remember umming and ahhing about whether to do it in a sort of wavy pattern or whether to do it like a rainbow. And as I was doing it, I knew I didn't like it, but I just carried on, hoping that it would get better. I don't like the fact that it isn't really in the correct shape. It's a bit higgledy-piggledy. I really did love what I did with the dates at the top. That was something I did love about the spread. And I did some quite nice overlapping of boxes, which is something I'm not so confident with. And I think I actually preferred this one after the pen, with the different shades of green that I used to fill it in and just the hint of black. But definitely before the pen, it probably showed in the video as I was filming it, I really didn't like it. But that's okay. This one was a Tinkerbell spread. The Tinkerbell books had just been announced and I was feeling a bit left out because it's hard for us to get the Disney things here in the UK. So I did what I always do. I looked around to see if I could find anything with Tinkerbell that I could use, like children's colouring books or second-hand storybooks. And I managed to get hold of this Tinkerbell sticker and thought it would pair really well with these beautiful fantasy-like florals from Live Love Posh. I don't often use these sparkly stickers, but I just thought it worked really well to have the magic spreading over the flowers and using this quote, "The magic of spring," which came from the mega seasonal Happy Planner sticker book, just seemed like a perfect combination. This one I preferred before the pen. Although I've drawn all the colours from the florals and from Tinkerbell, I'm just not so keen on it. Again, I was very much into changing the dates at the top in March, so I used these washi flakes from Narrative Hues, and I think that goes really well with the rest of the spread. This was a complete change. I do like to vary things from week to week. Everyone was buzzing about Taylor Swift and her upcoming tour. It was also 22 months that we had been doing our International Planner collab on Instagram. And so our theme for March was Feeling 22. So I thought rather than doing a celebration spread, I would do a Taylor spread because of the 22 link. I'm not really confident at drawing, but I drew these books and wrote the titles of her albums here and then used some flower stickers. And I remember searching everywhere for these music notes. I really love what I did at the top with the washi tape from Live Love Posh and circles from Functionally Chic. And I also brought in this piano washi that was new. I've just realised that I still haven't written in these boxes. What I was going to do was write my favourite lyrics from Taylor Swift songs. So technically this spread isn't finished. I really need to go and do that. I can't say I love this spread because black and white spreads are not usually my favourites. I like to have the colour, but I actually was really pleased with how this turned out. So next we have April currently page. Absolutely adored these stickers from Caitlin Plans and I loved this currently page. This washi is one of my favourites and it looked really good over the grid washi. And here's an example of the matching task page that I make using some of the same elements, but I brought in scrapbook paper on this side just for something new. Really happy with these pages both before and after the pen. Next we have my spring sticker hunt. The summer one is going on right now as we speak, and I always try to do something a little bit special for the monthly page for the sticker hunts. I do them 4 times a year because they're seasonal, and this one I turned into a gratitude page and made these little flaps so that I could write something each day that I was grateful for and then add the sticker of the day to the front. It's a really beautiful page. I love these colours, so perfect for spring. And I always do find with the sticker hunts you end up with a really beautiful monthly page. So if you're interested in taking part, the next one will be October, which will be a fall sticker hunt. I'll link the video to last year's so that you can see what it's all about. This one was an Easter week spread. I really wanted to use these Easter stickers from Live Love Posh because I'd had them a year or so and not used them. And I used this plaid washi from Amazon and some stickers from the Pastel Mega Book. I don't know why, because the colours are really pretty, but this was one I really wasn't that keen on. It was the first week in my brand new planner. And I actually did leave the decoration in the corner, but I think ever since then I've been whiting that out every week. So this one is a Bujo style spread. Again, it was to do with the Winnie the Pooh release being out from Happy Planner, and I had some Winnie the Pooh stickers that I'd got from Joanne last year. So straight away I was in there, inspired to make a Winnie the Pooh spread, even though I didn't have the Happy Planner Winnie the Pooh sticker book. Often with my Bujo style spreads, I draw shapes for the boxes, and the honey pot seemed the obvious one. I was really inspired and enjoyed doing that. Loved the little honey dripping down. I wasn't quite sure what to do with the honey pots. I remember making this little scene and quite liking that with the teeny florals and having the bees. And it just looked a little bit plain, so I added these florals from Bright Type sticker book. It's a really sweet spread, and I just love that sticker of Pooh. You can see I don't write an awful lot, so I'd put 2 bullet points in each, but sometimes I needed to write 3 things, sometimes 4, but I didn't bother adding more bullet points. I just left it. That's fine. I really do like doing my Bujo style spreads, and I'm trying to do at least one every month now. You may have seen the Squad Girl one that I put out not long ago. This one I used Caitlin Plan stickers. I'd had these stickers for a while and I knew exactly what I wanted to do with them. This is an example of a spread that I had in my mind, and it turned out exactly how I pictured on the paper. I wanted to do the planet Earth and the flowers all growing up from it, and it just looks beautiful. The colours go really well, and actually it looks beautiful after the pen with the colours that I've chosen and just a little bit of black. Quite a simple idea, but really, really effective. What I normally do, I should say, is I normally would stick these pages together so that they can just turn like that, but I just haven't got around to doing that. Next, some of my favourite stickers from Live Love Posh, from the Hello Spring sticker book. This is one I liked more before the pen. I don't know whether it was because I used black, but for some reason I don't like it quite as much after the pen. I was really keen to use this new dotty washi that I had got, and I brought in some stickers from Teresa Collins as well. And that brings us to the end of April. I know I could have flipped through May and June as well in this video, but I tried to keep my videos under 20 minutes, and I remember the last one being quite long because there were 3 planners to go through. So I really, really will try to get May and June up as quickly as possible. I think part of the reason is that there were gaps in my planner, and I have to go back and back plan because I don't like having gaps in my planner. And the other reason is I've got so many ideas for different videos and I can only spend so much time filming. So this video has kept being pushed to the bottom of the list, but I've finally done it. You've got to see all my spreads for April and March. I hope you've enjoyed looking at them. All of the classic Plan With Me's are videos, and you can find the links for the resources used if there's anything you've seen that you're interested in finding out more about. And I always love to hear which spread or spreads were your favourites. If you're a new planner, I do have a series about decorating a big or classic vertical happy planner, so you may want to check that out. And if you've enjoyed seeing my spreads, I do hope you'll consider becoming a subscriber. Hope you're having a great weekend. Happy planning, take care, and see you soon.